Hi everyone, welcome to Intuitive Tuesday. I hope you're all still staying safe and doing well. For today's Billet reading, you're going to have a choice between the numbers 1 to 6, whatever number you are drawn to. Each number is linked to a specific word, a word Spirit is sending you to accompany you as you move through this week. This specific word is meant for you to ponder on, meditate on, analyze, investigate, or just to feel. Pay attention to the emotions you are feeling when you are hearing the word. Does the word have a good or a bad connotation for you? What is the first thing that comes to mind? An image, a memory? With each number and word, Spirit also is sending you a short message to guide you on your introspection this week and what this word could possibly refer to in your life. So, when you're ready, take a deep breath as you close your eyes and clear your mind. Take as much time as you need to see which number between 1 and 6 you are gravitating towards. When you are ready, continue listening. Number 1. The word given to you this week by Spirit is patience. When you hear the word patience, what emotion comes up for you? Do you interpret the word patience as something positive or negative? Is it something you struggle with, or are you a patient person in general? Or maybe in certain parts or areas in your life, you might be more patient than in others. Spirit is asking you to specifically look at relationships, all your relationships. Sometimes a friendship or romantic relationship isn't progressing as fast as you would like it to. And maybe that is causing a bit of frustration on your side. Give the other person some time and space. Spirit is asking me to remind you that everything happens the way and at the time it should. Don't rush the process. If it is a new romantic relationship, take the time to really get to know the person. Don't feel rushed by society's expectation or the pressure that loved ones might be putting on you. Be patient with the other person and also yourself. Make sure you are ready for the relationship and not rushing into something blindly. With regards to new projects or business ventures, also apply patience here. You might have put in a lot of effort and work and are waiting to see the results. But keep in mind that it might take quite some time before you see any progress or benefits. Practice patience and don't throw in the towel just yet. Blessings be upon you, number 1. Number 2. Your word to work with this week is courage. I get the sense that there might be an important decision you need to make and that you are struggling with it. Spirit tells me that you already know which direction to go, but that it's the more challenging and scary route. Thus, you are hesitating. Spirit is asking you to be courageous and to trust your instincts, reminding you that there is no such thing as a mistake. Even if things don't work out as planned, there are still lessons to be learned and growth that needs to take place. Spirit is also asking me to tell you that you have more people in your life that loves and cares about you than you realize. Even though certain individuals mightn't be able to express or show it, they do support you, and if things don't work out as planned, they will be there to catch and support you. You are also asked to be courageous with yourself this week. There might be certain aspects within yourself that you've been avoiding and suppressing because you didn't feel ready to face them, perhaps. Spirit is telling you that now is the time. If you don't deal with it, it is going to start manifesting in ways that is going to make your life more challenging than it needs to be. Be courageous, number 2, and remember, you are strong, loved, and protected. Blessings be upon you. Number 3. Your word for the week is expectations. The message coming through for you has to do with managing your expectations and finding out where they come from. Spirit is asking you to take a step back and to look at the expectations that you have of the people in your life. Are they fair? What is it that you are longing for? Or what personal needs are you expecting others to fill, which might be your own responsibility? If you're expecting other people to make you happy or to prove themselves to you, you are not being fair and have unhealthy expectations of these relationships. These high expectations that you might have of others might not be intentional, but rather a consequence of subconscious belief systems. If you are expecting others to do certain things for you or testing them to see if they are loyal to you, you need to start looking inwards. These expectations that you have of others might be so high that they have no other option than to not meet them and to fail. And by doing so, they are confirming a negative belief system that you might be holding on to. Do some introspection this week and really look at yourself, your expectations, and how they are influencing your relationships. Blessings be upon you, number 3. Number 4. The word Spirit is giving you this week is resistance. You are asked to be really observant and to pay attention to your emotions as you move through this week. What conversations, people, events, experiences, etc. are causing you to feel negative or urging you to avoid it? In this lies the key to better understanding yourself. Anything you experience resistance to is trying to tell you something, and you need to put the puzzle pieces together. Start by recognizing the emotion that you are feeling and see if you can determine any physical sensations, like your heart beating faster. Maybe you stop breathing or start breathing slower. Maybe you are feeling a pit at the bottom of your stomach. Whatever it is, acknowledge it. Make a mental note. Don't just ignore it or sweep it to the side. When you do have the time, sit with it, explore it, meditate on it. What about that conversation or person is triggering this emotion in you? Why are you triggered in the first place? What does this remind you of? Can you remember the first time you felt this way? Spirit is asking me to tell you that the time is ready for you to deal with an unresolved issue from your past, and that these feelings of resistance are acting as arrows pointing you in the right direction. Blessings be upon you, number 4. Number 5. The word you need to work with this week is acceptance. You might find yourself at a particular point in your life that you never imagined or planned that you will be. You might feel sad, disappointed, discouraged, or even angry. Instead of fighting it, Spirit is asking you to embrace it. Sometimes we have a certain idea of how our life should be or the things we want to achieve by a certain age. And when that doesn't happen the way we want it to, we get upset and sad. When you do have moments when you feel like this, remind yourself that the situation you are in is just temporary. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. Acceptance means acknowledging what happened and where you are at life and letting go of any anger, disappointment, or resentment attached to it. In order to move forward or to make certain changes, which is always just a decision or two away, you have to first recognize and accept where you are. Find yourself and realize that it's just part of your journey and that it doesn't need to be your final destination. The power is in your hands to change it after all. Be gentle with yourself, number 5. Forgive yourself, accept yourself and your choices, and then decide how you want to move forward. Blessings be upon you. Number 6. Your word to work with this week is confidence. This refers to confidence in yourself, your decisions, and your vision for the future. As you go through this week, listen and trust your gut. You are the one that knows the best what is right for you or not. When you do experience these moments where you question yourself and the choices you have to make, take a moment to meditate or reflect on the issue. Sometimes the outer world becomes so loud that we can't hear our own inner voice. You might also be surrounded with people that have good intentions but are urging you to make certain decisions based on their own fears. Their fears, not yours. You don't need to buy into that fear narrative. Yes, listen to their opinions, but don't let it consume you or take over your own train of thought. Do what you believe to be right and commit to that decision. It is your life after all, and you are the one who is going to have to deal with the consequences of your decisions, good or bad. So take responsibility, trust yourself, and move forward with confidence. Blessings be upon you, number 6. Thank you for joining me again on Intuitive Tuesday. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Goodbye.